Let's stay with this story. Flood victims being housed at the Crystal Valley temporary shelter in Durban claim government officials have not checked in on them for over a year. Over 300 people who lost their homes during the 2022 April floods were temporarily relocated there, with the KZN government promising to build them proper houses. Here's Newzroom Afrika's Phila Mthembu with that report.
While government has allocated 100 million rands for housing to deal with the aftermath of the 2021-2022 KZN floods, some victims say they are yet to be helped. Hundreds of displaced people living in the Crystal Valley temporary shelter in Durban say they continue to live in fear as they wait for government to come good on its promise to build them homes after theirs were destroyed in the downpours.
Izinto eziningi azikho right, amashawa, ama-toilets. So nje even nalo ke linama cracks axakile kwayithina sasaba uhlala khona. Ngenxa ukuthi sasuka ekhukhuleni siyasiswa isimo sasibona sasisimbi kakhulu.
Residents say they also aren't receiving adequate water supply.
Uma esitshela kusiyona ukuthi kukoleta amanzi ke so asazi ukuthi sihlangana kanjani ukuthi ukoleta amanzi umasipala ngazi ukuthi awakhokhele kanjani so amanzi asegcineke noma banciphisile kumaphampi kanjani so abasasekho amanzi.
This mother says she's frustrated that her children had to move to a nearby more expensive school that she can no longer afford.
Sinenkinga yenkole sifake izingane ezikoleni ibhathi izikole ziyakhokha la njoba ikhokha asitholi nama report asitholi lutho lezingane but imali asinayo.
Newzroom Afrika reached out to the eThekwini municipality. The city says water supply issues in the temporary shelter will be investigated. Meanwhile, Human Settlements Minister Mthembu says plans to build flood victims proper houses are still on the cards.
We'll deal with the rebuilding of the houses, new houses, about 1,000, to ensure that the 2022-2021 floods victims are now permanently relocated into those areas. So it started by the formalizing of that settlement, the services that the city jointly with the province of KwaZulu-Natal will put. Already they have built no less than 600 structures in areas which were affected. I mean, we are not talking about Abaqulusu, for example, Yonongoma area. We're just focusing on eThekwini, but I went to King Cetshwayo, I went to Ugu, Umdoni, just as one of the local municipalities. 3 of them are affected. So there's a huge damage. It's actually a drop in the ocean in what they are supposed to be dealing with. Unfortunately, is what one could be able to assist on. But we are carrying the responsibility from the emergency funding point of view to deal with the temporary residential units coming from a national budget to ensure that while they are busy with their full-time plans, at least the people are accommodated.
For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Phila Mthembu in Durban.